Most of our day is spent issuing orders. We tell our bodies to pick up a cup, type an email, or walk across the room. Every physical action is planned, judged, and carefully micromanaged by an overactive brain, which can leave you feeling constantly exhausted. Hand dancing meditation is a deliberate awareness practice built to reverse this exact relationship. Instead of the mind giving commands that the body must obey, you let the body move on its own, while the mind simply watches. This practice provides a repeatable framework to temporarily step out of the habit of directing every action. By suspending the mind's constant control over movement, you create the necessary space for intuition and natural body flow to emerge in just 10 minutes. Before starting, you need a quiet space free from interruptions and clothing that gives your arms and shoulders complete freedom of movement. Remove anything tight around your wrists or upper body. You also need to carve out a minimum of 10 uninterrupted minutes to allow your brain enough time to step down from its usual control tower. Deliberately removing these physical restrictions is a mandatory first step. It sends an immediate physical signal that the mind no longer needs to tightly manage your environment, laying the groundwork for real mental quiet. You can practice this sitting on a chair, on the floor, or standing. The key is to keep your spine relaxed and natural without forcing a rigid posture. Gently close your eyes and take several slow breaths. Spend your first minute focusing entirely on the physical sensations of your body making contact with the ground. Next, comfortably lift both hands in front of you. Keep them at chest or shoulder height, positioned slightly apart. Check the joints in your hands and wrists. They must remain completely relaxed, without any stiffness or preparatory tension. Now, deliver a silent instruction to yourself. Think, I am not going to control my hands. I will allow them to move naturally. By pairing a suspended physical posture with this specific mental permission, you strip away the brain's habit of directing traffic. This creates the exact conditions necessary for spontaneous, unplanned action to surface. Now, remain perfectly open, wait patiently, and absolutely do not force any movements or deliberately draw patterns in the air. Eventually, tiny physical impulses will appear. You might feel a single finger twitch or a slow wrist drift. If nothing happens right away, stay calm. An initial lack of movement is a perfectly normal part of the process as your nervous system adjusts to the lack of commands. You might also run into doubt. Your brain will often trick you into feeling like you are consciously faking the movements yourself. Do not worry about whether the motion is conscious or unconscious. Your true objective in this phase is simply to maintain the role of a curious observer, regardless of where the mind thinks the impulse originated. As your practice deepens, these subtle twitches will gradually transition into fluid, unexpected, and graceful sweeping motions through the air. During this flow state, distraction is inevitable. Whenever your mind starts analyzing the shapes or wandering toward daily tasks, instantly redirect your focus back to the physical sensations present in your hands. To keep movement unrestricted, perform a continuous relaxation checklist. Start by making sure your jaw is entirely relaxed. Next, verify no tension is held in your face and let your shoulders drop comfortably. Less tension lets movement unfold freely. When your 10 minutes are up, gradually allow the movements to slow down. Bring your hands to rest in your lap, but keep your eyes closed for one final minute to observe your breathing. This gradual, controlled deceleration acts as a bridge. It safely transitions your nervous system out of the active meditation, locking in the newly achieved state of physical and mental calm. Gently open your eyes. Take stock of the immediate physical shifts you are feeling, such as a localized warmth in the hands, a slight tingling sensation, or a distinct drop in mental chatter. To turn this temporary relief into a permanent habit of trusting your natural intelligence, you will need consistent repetition. This is where the 21-day practice plan comes in. For week 1, your goal is simple. Commit to 10 minutes of practice daily and focus entirely on observation and maintaining physical relaxation. Suspending the mind's constant planning and judgment during movement makes the brain more receptive to spontaneous ideas. This specific shift helps artists, professionals, and writers bypass the mental filters that usually stall creative expression. Creative flow relies on the methodology of surrender. Removing the internal monitor allows intuition to guide the process, giving your natural expression the space it needs to move.